Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to Modern Problems, Pagan Solutions. We're going to be talking about unity through commonality. And unity is a pretty scary word, isn't it? More often than not, when we hear some yahoo running their mouth about unity, what they're really talking about is how much they want everyone else to conform to them. Because wouldn't that just be convenient and spare them the nuisance of having to seriously entertain other people's opinions? Now, that sort of thing is not what I am talking about in this video. I don't think that genuine unity is something that can be manufactured or artificially imposed. Real unity, proper unity, is the consequence of people discovering common ground, common values, and common goals. And it has to be sincere, or it's meaningless. Or worse, it's little more than a technique for bullying people into compliance. And that's no way to live. It's not even a way to exist. And we see it all the time. And sometimes I wonder, is this just a lack of imagination on people's parts? Can they not even conceive of society operating differently? Or is the issue to do with the lack of a backbone? Compliance for compliance sake has been transformed into a virtue in many people's minds, which should come as no surprise. Between cancel culture, the restrictions during COVID, and endless censorship in media, it's easy to see why the timid of spirit would be inclined to just retreat and just do as others do in hopes of going unnoticed and not getting hassled, which is supremely annoying. But it is a factor in our shared reality, and wishing it away does not mean that it ceases to exist. Now, thankfully, human beings naturally have things in common. To begin with, very basic needs: food, shelter, clothing. There's no one on earth who can survive without sustenance or endure all possible weather conditions or thrive while wandering around naked all of the time. It's very basic, but our entire species is naturally united by these common needs. Then, psychologically, humans do not do well without meaningful relationships. There's a need for strong, healthy families, marriages that are more than just contracts, genuine friendships, and a community that has a general sense of goodwill towards each other. Then, spiritually, we all need that connection with something greater than ourselves, be it the gods, the natural world, or even a philosophy. Everyone needs their own code of conduct, standards they believe in and require themselves to fulfill. And culturally, common celebrations, customs, a sense of being of one people, that goes a long way towards giving individuals a sense of stability and a nation the necessary glue to not completely unravel at the seams. Our pagan ancestors understood this, and it was one of many motivations for why they held to certain traditions, why they revered family relationships as a very high value, and why they sought to practice their ethics in every aspects of their lives. They knew who they were. There was a natural, organic unifying force, but it still allowed room for individuals to actually be individuals. And that's the example I'm looking towards when I contemplate our society as a whole. A lot has fallen apart, and a great deal of that actually deserves to fall apart. And it is no coincidence that while this is going on, people are casting aside many of their presuppositions and asking fundamental and deeper questions. All of the chaos we're experiencing doubles as an en masse brainstorming session. So now, of all times, it is vital to put forth the wisdom we've gleaned from our pagan ideals and just to put that out into the ether, because people are more receptive than they have ever been for centuries to at least consider what we can bring to the table. We have an opportunity to stress common human needs, common human values, and make the case for what pagan value serves the interest of humans, not just surviving, but also for their thriving, and how there is virtue to be found in non Abrahamic religion, and how it's vital in the formation of Western civilization to begin with. We can be part of rebuilding our society in a sensible fashion by stressing these genuine points of commonality. All that's really required is to make the case and to support others who are also advocating for this and having the courage within ourselves to speak up. There are more important things rather than fear and anxiety, especially if we are going to come out of the current climate in a healthier and stronger position. We do not have to impose upon anyone. We don't have to proselytize. All that really needs doing is simply to say, I think this pagan idea is good, and here's why. Let people make their own judgments. Those who are motivated by common sense will begin to see the value of pagan wisdom, even if they never actually feel moved to seek out pagan gods. The unity comes from identifying common values, not from imposing a common religion. So those are the thoughts that I have on that particular topic. Now's the time for you to share your own with me in the comment section below, or better yet, come visit us on Gilded. Our server is called Blackbird's Brew. There's a link in the description box to join us, and you'd be very welcome there. But I think that will do it for now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.